It actually, yeah, I like this can a lot because it gives you inches next to the can, and it goes
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've been going around measuring things with my can to see,
Okay.
certain things. So good job. Um, anyways, let's get what's on tap for
This is
today's
a family show.
episode. Here
It is
is our
family.
weekly
Sometimes.
snapshot.
Sometimes.
The second round of the playoffs has begun, and we
Mm-hmm.
are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really
Mm-hmm.
excited per se. I think that some of these
I'm
series really
obviously not.
suck. And one of the reasons I think that one of these series suck is because a certain person on this podcast who was carrying the hopes and dreams after Stevens Pittsburgh Penguins lost, completely blew it in Game 7, and the Tampa Bay Lightning lost to the Montreal Canadiens, the goddamn Canadiens, by the score of 2-1. And it wasn't so much the score, you could have low games. It's the fact that your offense completely
Yep,
sucked. And it's a travesty.
People are saying like, "Oh, we got goalied. We got goalied." No, we didn't.
No, you guys sucked.
No, it just yeah. Well, I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
That's not to take anything away
No,
from.
he played well. I'm not saying he didn't.
Dobish played well.
Yeah.
He played well,
Dobish
but
played
we did not
really
get
well.
goalied.
No,
you guys couldn't score.
No,
Yeah.
we couldn't do
We could not
anything.
score.
You guys just couldn't score.
Dominated play, but that was it.
Yeah,
And then
you had
they got
29 shots,
two lucky ass goals, and that was the game.
2 lucky ass goals,
Mhm.
and they had 9 shots on goal total.
Zero,
Which is
in the
crazy.
second period.
Yeah,
0 shots in the period.
it is. It was bad. And Schwim, I think you need to do an atonement because your play this week was just putrid.
Well, they had that big overtime win in Game 6, which I witnessed at Casa de Dean.
You did.
For the first
You
time. I
should have
can't
came over
believe
my
that.
house.
I should have. Maybe that would have turned the tides.
Maybe.
I was going to text you after the first period because I came over after the first period of Game 6. And I'm like, Dean, I'm coming over for the second period. We need a turnaround. Yeah, but they scored in the second. So I'm like, maybe I don't need to. Were you even home? I thought you were away.
No, you could have just come and just gone to my house and told me.
Myself.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
I wouldn't have cared.
Did you have Minnie with you, or was she home?
You could have had Minnie. Yeah, Minnie was there waiting for you.
Maybe
AG would have been here. AG would have been here, or maybe Abby. You could have come and done whatever.
Well,
but you blew it.
Mm.
You and your team completely.
My team,
blew
I blew
it.
Mostly blew it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That series was crazy. Every single game was a 1-goal game. All 7 games decided by 1 goal.
Mm-hmm.
No team won 2 in a row. No team went up more than by 2 goals in a game. The only time that a team went up by 2 goals in a game, Tampa came back and won that game 3-2 in regulation. Every other game has been tied or Montreal was ahead. Like the worst stat of that, well, one of the worst stats I think was the amount of time that they were tied was ridiculous. And then the next highest thing was Montreal holding a lead. The lowest part of it was Tampa holding a lead. So every game, Tampa was either tied or basically, losing. So a lot of games they were chasing. They were never really the team that was ahead and trying to hold the lead throughout that entire series. So
yeah, that's not good.
It's not. It's really not good. Their offense dried up, which kind of, tends to happen in the playoffs. Like teams, play tighter. They played really good defense. Tampa played really good defense. All the games were 2-1, 3-2. The highest scoring game was 4-3. That was the first game, I think.
Yeah, I think the big issue with you guys is the secondary scoring. I don't think was really there.
Tampa didn't have any until the last 2 games. Secondary people were scoring. The
Gonsalves with the game winner.
Yeah. The last game was James had a goal. Like none of these. Like Cirelli did nothing. Corey Perry obviously did nothing.
Yeah.
Yannick
Well, I was going to
Moore
say
did
your centers this series were not good.
No,
especially in
the face-off circle. Terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, Braden Point was not.
He wasn't good. He wasn't effective.
He was your X factor, and he did not show up.
No. I'm curious to.
And you said Cirelli too,
the exit interviews to see if.
he has injuries.
He wasn't
Major
right
injuries.
ever since he got hurt. That gruesome leg injury that he had, and he came back from that. But I don't think he was. I don't think he was 100%. So,
But this has kind of
but
been a trend with him recently. He's become more and more injury prone,
yeah,
and that's the guy that I think really stirs the drink for Tampa because everyone knows Cooch. You know, sometimes you can get Cooch off his game, and you want him to be a little more physical and engaged, and sometimes you lose that. But you always know that Cooch will produce, right? If he's on, he's going to
and
produce.
everyone's complaining about him because he didn't score any goals. He had 1 goal in the
Yeah,
series.
I mean, who cares?
I mean,
That's
yeah,
fine.
he had 40-some goals this year, but he still had 7 or 8 points or whatever the hell it was in
Yeah.
the series.
And
Like-
he was averaging what 6 or 7 shots a game. Like
Yeah, he was
some
having a
of them
bunch
aren't the
shots,
best, but yeah, he's
No.
out there. But when you don't have your number one center Braden Point going, it is
Yeah.
you know, you can't use him in the slot on the power play. He's pretty much non-existent. I mean, Gensel had a pretty decent series. Obviously,
Gensel
Hagel
played
was
well.
a beast.
Yeah, Hagel and Gensel were
and-
probably their best 2 forwards.
You know, but that's the problem. And your goaltender played well enough to win. I know that the 2 goals. I don't
2
know if
softies.
I'd say but
Well, I
he had
mean,
a couple the
total in the
series,
series.
but
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I don't honestly blame him for the 2 goals in this game 7. The second one, that lucky. I mean, maybe you could have played that a little differently. I don't know, but the only 2 I blame him for were that overtime goal in game 1, which he was completely off his angle, and then the freaking game-winning goal that Texier had that was just a shot from the side that like ramped off his glove and went in, and it ended up being the game winner in game.
Yeah.
What was that game?
But
4?
listen,
or game
and
5.
Shorts guy goes real fast, and then we'll give some. We got to give some props to Montreal because they did play really well.
They did. They played very well. Their structure was great. Their defense was great. They got solid to decent goaltending. I don't. Tampa completely shut down their top players, which is crazy. They completely shut down Suzuki and Caulfield and Slafkovsky 5-on-5. Slafkovsky had that first game. He had a hat trick, 3 power play goals. He didn't have a single point the rest of the series. Nothing. Suzuki scored his first goal in Game 7 yesterday, which was a good tip, but it was going 8 feet wide, and it happens to hit off a friggin' Tampa defenseman and go off the post and in. So it's just like
listen, Hudson played
so
well.
many lucky goals. Hudson
you talked about Texier. Bolduc played well. Cole Caulfield had a quiet, but he was still rather.
He was
effective.
I thought he was really quiet, especially in that game 7. I thought he was real quiet.
But the defense played well, and
Tampa D'd up on them really well. Except for that first game, they let up freaking 4 power play goals, or whatever the hell it was. That was like the only hiccup. So,
if Canadians play like this against Buffalo, Buffalo can score, and they will put the puck in the net. So, I want Buffalo so badly. I do not want Canada. The most disgusting series that I could imagine is Canadians Hurricanes in the championship, the Eastern Conference Final. Yeah. I might vomit. That would be such an awful series.
First round series, the Tampa Canadian series, that was like your Eastern Conference Final, the way that played out.
Yeah.
How freaking crazy that series was, or how good that series was. Especially that game. That game 6 was so awesome. For a 0-0 game and to end 1-0 in overtime, that was the greatest game of the series. Obviously, because Tampa won in overtime. I was very happy about that. But that game was so exciting to watch.
Yeah, I agree. So obviously Canadians had a great series, and they move on, and they face Sabres. We'll kind of do each series. Right now, currently, the Hurricanes are playing versus the Flyers. Hurricanes are up 1-0 in the series, but are down in today's game. They're down 2-1, and it's in the second period. Sabres Canadians. Like I said, I think that if Canadians play and don't score like they did in the series against the Lightning, it could be a quick series because Sabres were rolling. They obviously take the series 4-2 over the Bruins, and I think they had a total of, and I can give me it in 2 seconds. I think they had a total of. Man, I just lost this stupid thing. Here we go. They had 20 goals over 6 games. It's a team that clearly, like I said, can put the puck in the net. Their goaltending Lions playing really well, and I'm thinking that if I'm making a prediction on the series, I think it's Sabres in 5, and that's just based off of how I've seen the Canadians play.
I hope you're right. I would like to see. I want to see the Sabres. I'd want to see Sabres in Carolina. I guess. I mean, if I have to pick, I don't really like
Sabres,
any of these
Carolina.
teams, but I definitely want the Sabres to get in the conference finals. But I think a good series would be Carolina Buffalo. I think that'd be a really good series actually. But the Buffalo Montreal series, how crazy are those games going to be? The crowds, the
both
Buffalo
fan
crowd
bases.
is going to be nuts. The Montreal crowd is going to be nuts. It's going to be much.
And there's
I think I'm definitely going to watch that series.
I mean, I'm definitely going to watch that series as well. I've been watching all these games. The only games that I haven't really watched all the way through have been the late Western Conference games because work. But it's been a lot of fun. Going back to your series there, Schwim. I don't really think that Vasi played Vasi type, with the exception of Game 6. Vasi didn't look like Vasi to me. He looked timid at times. He looked like he was just not confident. It just he didn't look like, aside from that, like I said, that Game 6, he just didn't look good. And I just had a bad feeling about the way that game was playing out in that Game 7 with him having, I think it was when he had only 7 shots against. I was like, this doesn't seem like it's going to end well for them.
They
basically
got two bounces that went in.
Yeah.
The first bounce was ridiculous. That deflection.
It was.
And then the other one, the guy's trying to do that. Obviously, Newhook is trying to bat it in off him, but it's just like it hits off the top of his pad, it shoots up, hits off his back, and goes in. Like that could have gone 8 different directions.
It could have.
So they got 2 bounces, and then Tampa couldn't score.
And that second one was the same way. It was he just happened to make contact and it bounced and it hit that hole.
Yeah, that's what I was talking.
I don't know. I mean, not to say that I would have made that stop, but I don't know. That one caught Vasi off guard.
But he blockered it like straight up or something like that. And then, but like left his blocker up, so like there was an opening.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah,
there,
that's what
the guy bats it, and that's I don't know. I mean, maybe
I don't know.
It's crazy. That's a crazy bounce.
It's easy to say that he could have done that differently.
Yeah.
Now, but in the situation you don't know. But I don't know. I just don't think he looked very strong. Dobish looked really, really good. You guys didn't get goalied, but man, he played really, really well.
No, he played well.
I feel like
he played very well.
They tried to get. Is that Cooch that's on the right hand side there trying to shoot on his glove side there?
Yeah, like on the power play and like from the right side boards.
It seemed like he had that covered so well that they just did not even try to deviate. Like they didn't even try to deviate from that, and they just kept doing that. And he just
low percentage shot. I don't know why he's taking that. Maybe
I
don't know.
And it's almost like he expected it so much to the point where he was overplaying it to his glove side.
Yeah.
And he was always there, and there was nothing. There was never anything there. It's I don't know. Maybe he got into their heads. You never know what it's like in that locker room. But I think he played well, and he's a rookie playing on a high right now, so he's just going to keep going. But I definitely agree that that's going to be a fantastic series. I want to see Buffalo win. I want to see the Canes beat the Flyers. I'm bummed I can't be down at Mudhen for any of these Flyers games because it's just really fun
and wear it there.
I got the Whalers jersey. I got the Canes Whalers jersey. I could wear that.
Wear that.
It's unfortunate that I can't be there for it because it's a lot of fun to give it to any Philadelphia fans.
100% agree.
It is what it is, and I'll just have to watch from home. If they're, I'm trying to find my NHL app to see the schedule, but I don't really see if the Flyers make it past the Canes. I will be very surprised. I think if the Flyers make
total upset,
if the Flyers make it past the Canes, that's going to be, something where they've just caught that team way off guard. If there is a Game 7, I will be in Wildwood for it.
Nice. There you go.
So here's hoping for a Game 7. And speaking of that, we do have to give you our predictions there, Dean.
Yep. We will get those in a little bit. I actually totally forgot to ask for those, but
Yes, you did.
I did. All right, so let's go to a couple other series and ones that we are going to be a little more intrigued about. I guess we don't really need to talk about Flyers Hurricanes so much. The Hurricanes are just going to blow them away, I think. But
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
In the
Hopefully goes
West,
game
Golden Knights and Ducks. Obviously, the Ducks take care of the Oilers 4-2. I was very surprised at this series. Oilers, and we find out McDavid's hurt. He had a broken foot, I think it was, and Draisaitl and that team. We'll get in the off season, in a couple weeks when it's a little more clear. But I think big things are in store for that team because the way that the reactions to the closeout meetings came about with McDavid and Draisaitl, they're pissed, and rightfully so, because that team just underperformed and it was not good.
No, the whole
so we'll
season they pretty much underperformed, I think.
Yeah,
like they're like they're a weird team all year. Like, I don't know, they're like a playoff team that like didn't look like they should be in the playoffs. I don't know how to describe their play, but I picked Anaheim. I picked Anaheim.
The Oilers,
and they did, yeah.
So I want to say it's possible. I mean, with the Oilers, this is they've gone to the Cup Finals 2 years in a row, and it's got to wear on you. I mean, Schwim, your team went to the finals 3 years in a row?
Yeah, 3 in a row. Yep.
And that's exhausting. For these guys,
bounced 4 years straight in the first round.
Yeah. So it's exhausting to do that. So you had to assume that you saw the Panthers falter, and then that the Oilers would do the same thing. And the Oilers once again can't figure out goaltending.
Nope.
And that is their big Achilles heel. They have no one that will backstop them to a victory. If McDavid and Draisaitl are not scoring, they've got no one there that's going to save their asses in the back end.
Yep.
And that's their problem. That's always been their problem. I mean, they've gone through a litany of goalies, including Lightning legend Mike Smith, and they have not
Stan Bowman
done anything.
Yeah, and Stan Bowman saw the previous iterations of this team and how goaltending was their biggest issue. And this moron,
Tristan
Jarry, and let alone him. And I had a big problem seeing Joe Quenneville, celebrate and be celebrated after his first round series win because of what happened in Chicago and the Chris Beach situation, which I won't forgive them. And, we sent out an article about Greg Wyshynski, and I think he's right on par about this. Him and Sam Bowman should not be in hockey. But the fact that they are, and this moron decided that let me trade for Tristan Jarry, he's the answer at goaltender, is the most absurd and ridiculous thing. And to give an asset away along with that,
take on his whole contract, right? Nothing was retained, I don't think.
Yeah. You have to be
that's an absolute
biggest
fleecing.
Moron. Yes.
Even if they got nothing for him, it's still a fleecing.
It's still a fleece. Yeah, because they took the contract. Yeah.
It's like, I understand. Okay, maybe you give Jarry a different atmosphere, a different situation. Sometimes that works. That works.
Changes
scenery, when you looked at the players themselves, it was almost a 1-for-1. It was more like a 1 for a 0.75. I think the Penguins got a little bit better of the end of that.
They got Kulak. Yeah, they got a better goaltender.
I'm just talking goaltending in general.
Yeah,
the better goaltender. Yeah, but by how much? Not by a lot. Not really.
I mean, the way that they played at the end, I think that Skinner's a better goaltender. I think he's a bunch of slots above him.
He's not going to be there though, so
no, he won't.
Not going to resign him.
No, they're not going to resign him. 1, but 2, it seems to be like Skinner can't do it when he needs to in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and because was he in the net for Game 7? Nope.
Skinner?
Game 6, you mean?
Oh, well, for the last game, what was that, 6? Sorry.
No,
yeah,
that was
Seelov's played the last 2.
Yeah,
Seelov's, yeah.
And when you watch that happen, you're like, this is exactly what happened at Edmonton. Skinner played like crap. They pulled him. They put in, I forget who the backup was. I'm drawing a
Sealoffs,
complete
yeah.
blank. No. In Edmonton last year,
Edmonton was
who played behind him?
Oh, it was
it Ingram?
Picard. Oh no, Connor Ingram. Yeah.
And they pulled Skinner until it was time to put him back in. So it's really no different than last year.
Well, here we'll get back to obviously the Oilers in a little bit because I do want to talk about these series. But yeah, the Oilers just it's a big mistake, and we'll see what happens in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Vegas and the Ducks.
Can they both lose?
Like I said, yeah. I am a Ducks fan, so I'm happy. I'm not happy that my coach, obviously got to win, but I think this is a young, fun team, and they can maybe take advantage a little better than the Mammoth did against the Golden Knights. But Golden Knights showed me something, especially towards the end of the series. Their goaltender, which I don't like Carter Hart at all, but he definitely played better than Vejmelka did to finish off the series. And their defense got a little better, and their offense got a little better. So this team's starting to hum a little bit, and I just think that it might be the Knights that take this one again and get to a conference final under a little bit of a different circumstance. Go ahead.
I hope they don't. I want nothing to do with Carter Hart being celebrated in any way, shape, or form. I want the Vegas Golden Knights to have this, to fall flat on their face because of this, because they're just the way that they handled the whole situation and all that crap. And I don't like the Ducks coach. I think all of his crap. Teams. He should not be in hockey. Nope. That's not the players' fault on the Ducks. They have to play for whoever whoever's hired.
They didn't hire the coach.
Them. They did not hire the coach. But then again, they also could have said, "Listen, we don't want to play for him."
Yeah,
they could have.
Maybe they all could have spoken out about it or something.
They all could have spoken out about it. I would prefer to see neither team win. If I had to pick a team, I would prefer to see the Ducks because I can't. Whoever wins from this series, I just want to see them lose to Colorado.
Yes,
in the next round.
100%.
Miserably.
Yes, get swept. Yep. 100% agree with you.
Yep.
Yeah. Shrim, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about this series either, but I mean, I guess I'm going to pick the Ducks again. I don't know. I like their players. I think I like to play with the young players.
Yeah, I like Dostal. I really like Dostal as a goaltender. I think he's fantastic.
He hasn't been all that great. He wasn't all that great in the first series, but maybe he can bounce back a little bit better in this series. But yeah, I like him. I like Leo Carlson. All their young players.
So Gauthier. Seneke. Yep.
Yeah. I like all of them. Yeah. Former Tampa Lightning, Alex Killorn. I don't really like him, but he's a former TBL, so I'll cheer for him.
Former New York Ranger, Chris Kreider. Former New York Ranger, Jacob Trouba. Former New York Ranger.
Former.
Three.
Who else?
Who's Vinny Vetrano. Frank Vetrano.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go
with that. Would have had
a
fourth, too, Stromer, but he's got axed and sent to Calgary.
Bastard.
Yeah, poor bastard. All right, the final series, and one that I think we are the most excited for. Avalanche Wild. Avalanche lead 1-0. The game one was
I went to bed
bonkers.
Before all of the fireworks. I turned it off for all the fireworks.
Yeah, so Colorado goes up 3-0, and you're like, uh-oh, here comes a landslide. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, by the end of the first period, it's 3-2, and you're like, okay, this is interesting. Hartman scores, blah, blah, blah. Then Nick Blackenberg for Colorado out of nowhere scores, and you're like, all right, 4-2, we'll see what happens. Tarasenko, Quinn Hughes, Foligno all jump up 5-4. Colorado's down. Finally, right before the end of the period, Devon Toews scores. It's 5-5 going into the third, and you're like, "This is
not a goaltender matchup. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, not a goaltender matchup." And then Colorado turns on the Jets, and it's 5-6, 5-7, 6-7, and then 2 more goals. They win 9-6. McKinnon with the Hattie. Makar with he has 4 goals total in the this year in the for goals total in the playoffs. And I'm sorry, he had 4 goals total in that game.
Picard 4 goals.
Oh no, I think I was reading this wrong. He has 4 goals total in the playoffs. He had 2 last night. But yeah, this is a very, very good Colorado team. When their goaltender needs some help, they can pour on goals, and it's it's going to be a very exciting series, and we'll see if they bring in Gustafsson instead of Wallstedt. I think obviously in a win, you still stay with Wedgwood instead of Blackwood, but they could.
I hope they go back to
goaltender too.
I hope they keep Wallstedt in. I don't want to see him get the hook after one.
I don't know.
Crazy game.
I don't really know if there's a reason to switch goaltenders like that, because it's
if they get blown out in game 2, maybe.
That's different. That is different if they get blown out.
Have a bunch of goals again. They're going back home down 2-0. Okay, maybe you make the switch there, but
that's when you make the switch.
Do it for game
2. No, for game 2, no. I mean, just kind of looking at it now, because it's final shots on goal.
I didn't realize the
43
Vegas
shots on
Anaheim
goal.
game was tonight also.
It is
tomorrow.
Tonight. Yep.
Okay.
No, it's tonight.
Yeah,
Did they pull him last night? No, Wallstedt was in there for the whole thing.
Yeah, everything. Yep.
You know what though?
Wedgwood too, right?
I
You
think
stayed the whole game.
Yeah, both. Yep.
Yeah. No, you stay with Wallstedt. You stay with
would.
Wallstedt for the next game. That's part of the position. Like you learn to deal with those types of nights. If you you said, Schwim, you do it 2 nights, you do it 2 games in a row. Okay,
then,
you got a problem.
Then you got to
there.
do something. Yeah.
Then you got a problem. But
yeah.
you have those games occasionally, and that's part of playing the position, is learning how to deal with that.
See how he bounces back from it.
Yeah. And what you have to do is just kind of let him play through it, because the one thing he wants the most, is to get back in that net and to prove that he's not a 9-goal. Well, 8, because I think it was an empty net.
Fluke. He wants to show him that,
and he wants, he wants to prove that in the worst way. So that's actually why you want to go back with him, even more so, because he's going to be chomping at the bit to be like, yeah, right, watch this, and try to shut them out. And that's going to be his mindset going into the game. Like, he's going to try to shut them out. But you also, again, if you're letting them 9 goals, 8, 8, and then the empty net. Defensively, that's not great either.
Optional in that game.
Defense was optional in that game. Like, you're letting up 4 goals in the third period. Like, holy crap, that's had to go through 5 players for the goalie. So, just kind of have to look at it that way as well.
All right. Couple of not playoff items. Just regular. Well, actually, sorry. William Karlsson returns for Vegas after battling some injuries. Ridley Grieg got suspended 2 games next season for his sucker punch on Sean Walker in the series against Carolina. I heard that McAvoy is getting an in-person hearing, which means he's at least 5. Elliot Friedman was saying he thinks about 6, something like that. So that'll be obviously next year that he gets that suspension started of the regular season. I saw the Masterton Trophy finalists, and you have Landeskog, Taves, and Rasmus Dahlin, which is a little bit of a shocker. Obviously, Landeskog and Taves both coming back from injury. But Dahlin, with all the issues he's had with players, I didn't know that he would be the player that they would vote on that. But listen, it is what it is. I think Vezina was Vasi, it was Swayman, and it was Sorokin.
Yes.
Was there any other awards that were not announced? I cannot remember.
I don't.
Jack Adams.
Something about
they announced. Did we talk about that one?
No. Who? Do you have that?
It's. I'm trying to remember. It was Cooper, Lindy Ruff, and.
Oh, okay.
Dan Muse.
Cooper, Lindy Ruff.
Lindy Ruff.
All right, I like it.
Lindy Ruff.
Ruff should win that easily.
Yeah, I don't.
There's no way.
I'm not excited about any of the Vezina candidates.
No.
I don't know. I mean, Shrim, you watched Vasi much more than I did. I don't know. Sorokin blew it at the end.
Yeah, he was
The
terrible
Islanders
at the end of the
completely
season. Vasi was
blew it at
pretty,
the end.
pretty.
And Swayman to me seems like
consistent.
meh all season. Like he didn't stand out.
No, he didn't stand
Like,
out. Vasi had the
none
numbers.
of those three
Vasi
goalies.
had the goals against and the save percentage, so like in the wins in the league. So
Yeah,
you got to put
like-
him in there. But it was like nobody like wowed us like friggin' Hellebuck did last year.
No. So it's like if they didn't give out the Vezina Trophy this year, like I wouldn't be upset.
None
but
of you deserve it. We're not giving out the award this year.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather Vasi get it than those other two.
I think.
Well, he should.
I think he should.
I think he's the shoe-in.
Should.
I think the
But
biggest
you never
shoe-in,
know.
I forgot that this was announced. Lady Bing was Jeff Sanderson's kid, Jake, Cole Caulfield, and the winner, and it's not even close. It's Andre
Yeah.
Kopitar because
Yeah, there's
that's
no way.
a
if he doesn't win it,
easy one.
Something's wrong. Something's
Easy,
stinky.
easy one.
Mhm.
Yep. All right, and then lastly, GM was announced as well as president of hockey operations for the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, Toronto Maple Leafs.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yep. And obviously they're bringing Matt Sundin, which is it's a big name, and it's someone who's been around this organization for forever, and he was a great player for them, and they want him to be, he moved his family out there, so he's obviously going to have a big say in what happens with this hockey team. But they bring in John Chayka as their GM, and they said it was an exhaustive search and a whole bunch of things, but there were some reporters that came out, and I sent you guys the article, that were pretty giving them hell for this, and they came back and said that they conducted due diligence, and it was a deep due diligence. That's their Pelly's quote. Thorough process. I've read all the reports. I've talked to numerous people. I won't reveal who I've talked to that were close to the process. I'm very happy with where we landed. And listen, John Chayka, what was that back? Is it 7-8 years ago? Was a big hotshot GM. Yeah, big hotshot GM, and for whatever reason, I don't know the full story, but he obviously was he quit, and the NHL was very unhappy with a bunch of things, and but yeah, apparently people are mixed bags on this and seeing what's going to happen, and let's see if Chayka learned his lesson from becoming the youngest GM ever. 10 years ago, he was hired 10 years ago by the Coyotes.
Wow. So
he
still
was
in his 30s?
26. Yeah, he's 36 years old. He was 26 when he was hired.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, and they're going to see what happens there.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I mean, so no, because I just had to, because I didn't get a chance to read whatever you sent me today, because what is time? But yes, I totally forgot that it was, because he did the private scouting combine. Hopefully he figured that out, because wasn't he doing well before all that crap came out with the Coyotes?
Yeah,
I can't remember, but
So-
I mean,
apparently,
listen,
he had,
listen. Let's put it this way. If Quenneville is allowed to be hired again,
Oh well, yeah,
then no one can complain
Anybody
about
can be hired.
Shaika. Then anybody can be rehired again. If Quenneville can be rehired again, if Carter Hart can be playing again, the
Stan
NHL
Bowman
doesn't
can get
have
a
standards.
GM again.
Yeah, the NHL doesn't have standards.
No, they can
So
give a shit.
the Toronto media can go carp all they want, but I mean,
Do you think
as
like
far
if,
as
if he
as
actually
far as-
like acquires good players and does like, do you think the fans are going to give a shit about anything that he did in the
No.
past? They're not going to care.
no,
They just
Yeah.
want
no, they're not.
Well, the only
care.
ones going to care
good
is the
players
Arizona
and-
fans.
and a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so-
that I think that was a big mistake he made with it, and he wound up screwing the the Coyotes.
They lost
in the long
second
run.
round pick and a first round pick in the draft.
Wait, so what did he
because
do?
of
What
he
did he
did.
get caught
So
with?
he had conducted illegal pre-draft testing of prospects out of the NHL scouting combine, which was strictly prohibited. Gary Bettman then declared Chayka suspended for the remainder of the 2021 calendar year due to conduct detrimental to the league and the game. And Bettman said of Chayka, he had breached his obligation to the Coyotes by pursuing other opportunities outside the team and terminating his deal with 3 years remaining. He hasn't been in the AHL since.
That's what I'm saying. What has he been doing this whole time?
I don't know. What is he doing?
And why was nobody telling him like, hey, you can't do this? Like, why was no one from the organization being like, hey, don't do this? Or was he just like,
exhaustive
hey, let's have a skate? No. I'm talking about when he did this whole thing with the Coyotes. Like, I don't know. Was that when they were playing on the campus?
Not allowed.
I don't even know.
It was
like, yeah, someone should have been in his ear, like, hey, you can't do this. Which is stupid if no one did. But getting away from Chayka, I think having Matt Sundin back in Toronto, I think is fantastic. Because I don't know about you guys, but I think of for me and people of our age, like you think of the heyday of Toronto in the mid '90s. I think of Matt Sundin. Matt Sundin playing in the playoffs with an ankle bolted together, and I think of Felix Potvin in net.
Yep.
And then like you've got your ancillary players, underneath that, like Ty Domi and the like. But I think Matt Sundin is, for our generation, Matt Sundin is Mr. Toronto Maple Leaf. So I think that's fantastic that he's kind of back in the fold.
Yeah.
And I think I saw a picture posted somewhere of him with Mia Khalifa too. Recently.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can look it up.
That's fantastic. He also had, like, back in the whatever it was, 2000s or 90s, he had that, I think it was like an ESPN commercial or something like that, where some guy is like against the glass of like some store or something like that, and he just comes from behind and crushes him against the glass and like knocks him out. I forget. I think it was an ESPN commercial. I'm not sure, but that was
some of the
greatest commercials.
Some of the ESPN commercials were absolutely
back in the
fantastic.
day. They were fantastic.
Back in the day, it's. One of my favorite commercials is still when the Nike skates came out and Fedorov was skating and dipsy doodling through a whole bunch of people and scored on 5 different goaltenders, and as he's celebrating. The Ron Hextall goalie is just like running him over on the Zamboni, just like the that was still one of my favorite ones.
Oh man,
I like it.
They don't make
all right, just quickly. Yeah, they don't. Quickly, just stats. Quinn Hughes leading the league in points for the playoffs. He's got 3 goals and 8 assists. He played really well. Draisaitl had 10 points in 6 games, and obviously we saw that didn't do much. Kaprizov, Boldy each with 10 points as well, and then Boldy leads the league in goals. He's tied with Hagel with 6, so pretty good. Plus minus Brock Favors plus 10, Mira Heiskanen minus 9. Oof,
yikes!
That was not a good series.
Yeah,
for Mira.
Minnesota was unbelievable 5-on-5.
Dominated.
Dallas
yeah,
could only score on the power play. Dallas couldn't do anything 5-on-5, so their plus minus had to take a real hit in that series.
Heiskanen had 7 points on the power play. Sorry, he had 5 points on the power play.
They scored
he had
10 power play goals, didn't they?
Yeah. He had 5 points on the power play, so that means he had 1 point in the 5-on-5. So he was on the goal for 10. Pretty good.
Wow.
Goalies, Freddie Anderson, 5 wins. He's looked really good. He's got the biggest, best save percentage. He's got the best goals against. He's done really well. Wedgwood right up there with 5 wins as well. That obviously the 6-goaler kind of hurt him, but him and then finally Dan Vladar has played really well for a upstart Philly team. So top 3 goalies as of right now.
He's got a 2-1 lead still in the third period.
Yep.
Yeah,
you guys got anything else before we head out?
Are we gonna do our picks or what?
Oh yeah, we can do the picks for us. Passed.
You gonna write them down, or
this round, or are we going like the whole way?
We'll just do this round. Let's just do this round because we don't know what's coming next round.
Yeah. Give me 2.5 seconds, and I can get to
1.
Yep,
2,
I got it. Okay.
Tap.
Boom.
Boom. All right, the Elite 8. We have a bunch of fun teams. Okay, you guys give them to me, and I will log them in.
Okay, read the series for us, please.
Oh, sorry. First one you're going to have is Avalanche and Wild.
Avalanche and Wild. I'm going to say Avalanche and 6.
I was going to do the same thing.
Okay.
Make it a trifecta.
Boom. And if you pick the trifecta this Saturday in the Derby, you made some cash.
Yeah, it was a very exciting
Derby.
Derby. Thank you, Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty
Isn't
good.
I think there's
Knights.
an NHL owner who was a part owner of the horse that won.
Panthers. I believe.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe
that's
the
it.
Panthers.
Yeah.
First ever
Pan-
woman
Pan-
trainer to win was pretty cool too.
Yep.
Which is
That's
so. What was
Knights?
real
Knights
quick?
Ducks.
What was real quick? Going back before we move on, what was cool about that is they were asking her what it would feel like. She'd be like, "I don't know. I'll tell you afterwards if I win." And then she won. So that was, I thought, really really cool. Anyway,
That's cool.
Knights Ducks.
no one.
I think you should let that go. Shorts
Okay.
guy is legit
No
picking
one.
neither. He wants them both
Yep.
to lose.
Yep.
So
I
either
want
way,
them
you
both
pick
to
Ducks.
lose.
you'll be correct.
I got
on
Ducks and
one of them.
6.
I'll go Ducks and 7.
Ducks and 7. Let's go
Just
the
picking who I
next one,
want
which
to
would
win, not
be
who I think is gonna win.
Sabres Canadians.
Sabes.
Mm.
Yeah, I have
Yep,
Sabres.
Sabres.
I'm gonna do it in 5.
Oof. Gonna smoke
I'm
him.
gonna do Sabres and 7.
Wow.
Shrim, you said
I'll
what?
go. Who, me or Shorts guy?
You.
Me,
Shrim.
Sabres in 6.
All right, we're all
Okay.
picking
I was going to be a
6.
dick
other
and say
than
Sabres
Wiener.
in 4, but I won't do that.
Nah, that's too.
And lastly, we already know Carolina's up 1-0, but Hurricanes Flyers.
Canes in
Canes and
5.
6.
Canes in 6, Canes in
I think
5, and
they're going
I'm
to lose
gonna
tonight,
go.
and then they're going to roll off 3 straight and close it out.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah, I had Canes in 5 too. So we'll see what happens. All right, we'll get the rest from everybody else, but very good, exciting
Mhm.
series. Yeah, so far, I believe that Steven's in the lead. Shroom's in the lead for picking the previous series. He has 6 points. Steve and Shorts Guy have 5 each, as well as
Woo!
Beer Baron and Scotty.
I got 2
I have
picks
4.
wrong.
Yeah, 2 picks wrong.
I got Dallas
I have
wrong
4.
and Pittsburgh wrong.
Sam Wu was wrong in every single series but the Canes.
You picked one winner.
He had
Jesus.
he has 1 point in that
Wow.
previous thing. Vinny has 3 points. Bad picking for those
Yikes.
gents.
Yeah. 60% of
Yeah.
the time,
Works
it
every time.
works.
Works
None
every
of the
time.
time.
My beer accumulation IPA, I'll give it a 3.5.
Nice. Very
I'll
nice.
go 4.0. Why not?
Mid-90s.
I'm a
Yep,
90s
everyone
kid.
knows my rating for yellow flashing
Love it.
lights. So hopefully by next week, it's the last one.
Schwib, take her home.
Oh, good night, everybody.
With the yawn.
now,
Yawning.
Mother's
Splitty
Day is
yawns.
coming up, so I want to say Happy Mother's Day
Happy Mother's Day to all.
to all,
Yes.
the mothers out there.
Happy Mother's
To all
Day.
you
Your guys'
fine
mothers.
mommies.
Yes, kiss and hug your mothers.
Kissing up.
Yes,
And buy him something nice.
yes.
They put up.
Hear him coming closer to me.